I seen some pictures of you on the internet.
What? All right. Yeah. Well, there are some pictures of me on the internet.
You was over there trying to imitate the catches. Come on, man. I bet you couldn't even. I bet if I threw you a football, you'd duck.
No, I have great hands, first of all. But before that.
Somebody told me you got 3 left hands.
No, listen, I hail from the banks of the Three Rivers, southwestern Pennsylvania, where the quarterbacks grow on trees. You are born with a cannon attached to your shoulder blade, and I can throw the ball a country mile. And
you can't even name a great quarterback that was born in Pittsburgh.
Joe Montana.
He wasn't born in Pittsburgh.
Dan Marino.
He wasn't born in Pittsburgh.
Johnny Unitas.
He wasn't. He played in Baltimore. Marino played in Miami. Montana was in San Francisco.
Yeah, but you understand the concept that people are born in one location and then they go to college and then they get drafted and they go to the city where they've been drafted, right?
You probably like my concept for all sports.
What does that mean?
Because I say...
Should I hit the phone?
Yeah, I say for all sports, we have like 58 major league teams in every sport. But like Pennsylvania would have Pennsylvania may have 2 teams. They may qualify, but maybe if they only had 1, you only play for the city where you're born.
Ooh.
Or the state where you're born, I mean.
That would be great, the Ed.
And so but if you wanted to get traded, you would have to sit out a year and establish residency in that other state to play in that other state.
Interesting. Well, no, I like it up until that gets confusing, but that would be a great thing. You know, they can do fancy things with computers these days. It'd be great if they could project the best Pennsylvania team, the best Florida team, California team, and then play those games out in the computers at least. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, they probably could do it, man.
What state would do the best, do you think? Who would win? If you did the players from the states in football, who would win that one?
I don't know. They always act like Texas and Florida got the best players, but...
Well, they probably do over the last 20, 25 years, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. Peyton Manning, where's he from? This is New Orleans, Louisiana, I think. Yeah, they got Marshall Faulk.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah, they do. Eli Manning. They're quarterback heavy. That's their problem.
Eli wouldn't even get a play. He'd be sitting on the bench.
Who, Eli?
He'd have to move to, Portland so he could establish residency.
Who's better from that draft class? Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers. If you had the draft right now, you're a general manager, which one of those 3 would you like?
David Rivers. He's no good. That guy.
Phillip Rivers.
He's no good. And who are the other 2?
Eli Manning and Ben Roethlisberger.
I'd have to go with Ben Roethlisberger on them 3, man.
Is that right? Wow, that's progress as far as I'm concerned with you.
Hey,
David
progress is reality.
You remember David Rivers, though. You know the difference between Phillip Rivers and David Rivers. David Rivers was the nice point guard for Notre Dame about 15, 20 years ago. Very nifty for Digger Phelps.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
you just called him David Rivers. All right.
Yeah, I'd take Ben Roethlisberger over that Eli Manning.
Well, listen, I think everybody talked in such glowing terms, and deservedly so, about Eli Manning's drive last year against the Patriots. Who would have thought that 1 year later it would be trumped by the deeds of Roethlisberger in the clutch, right?
I don't think it was trumped by it.
I think it was. Listen,
that's because it's your team.
David Tyree's catch, it's a fantastic play, but Eli Manning kind of wiggles out of the tackles, and it was a little. Listen, Roethlisberger is more capable scrambling away, but that was a great play by Eli. He unloads the ball, and Tyree makes a great catch, but one that he could never repeat if he tried 1,000,000 times over. There's a fluky aspect to that catch. It's just a jump ball. Whereas 7, precision all the way down the field. Precise was his throws, including the last one. Right over 3 Arizona defensive backs. You can't stop and say what a play that was. It has nothing to do with the coaching, as much as I love what Coach Tomlin's been able to do. That wasn't coaching. That was raw skill.
Are you talking to me?
What are you talking about? Yes, who else would I be talking to?
That just sounded like a bunch of mumbo-jumbo coming out your mouth. I didn't know nothing you said.
All right, well, I'm not going to repeat it to you. So listen, what about this, the Ed? I once again proved my intellectual dominance over you by picking I pretty much nailed it. I said 34-30 would be the final score. It wasn't that. It was a touchdown over on both teams. But the bigger news is I said a 4-point margin of victory for the Steelers. That's exactly what it was. And I said take the over in the game, and that hit too.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I just told you. Now you do know. You said that the Steelers are going to win by 8. So you were wrong.
They should have.
What are you talking about? Listen, you're chewing like a cow chewing his curd. What are you doing?
That's a hamburger. Relax, man. Don't you ever eat?
Yes, I eat, but I don't do it when I'm doing the show. That's the difference between the two of us.
Well, I'm done. That was my last bite.
Great. I appreciate it. How was it?
Yeah, it could have been better.
Now, Ed, so you say you saw those pictures. I'd like to steer people to those at 1250ESPN.com.
You are a funny-looking guy, man.
Listen, 1250ESPN.com, 710ESPN.com. You go to the Dameshek homepage. There's all sorts of stuff for you to take a look at there, including we put up pictures of my experience watching Super Bowl 43 with my loved ones there. And so we have those pictures up there.
That was Mo Dameshek, wasn't it?
Oh, it was, yeah, my mother was there. It was my mother,
yeah, I
my
recognized
father.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Yeah, you recognized her, eh?
Who was that guy she was sitting with, though? I know about that.
Well, if you're talking, I don't know, you're probably talking about my father.
I thought you told me she was single.
No, I never told you that. I've told you repeatedly, in fact, to stop talking about her because she's married and has been married to my father for about 4 decades now.
I looked at those pictures very closely, and she did not look happy.
I think she looked very happy. I completely disagree with you. She was thrilled that the Steelers had won the game, so what are you even...
She was sitting next to that man in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
She was kind of scooching away.
How could you tell that from a still shot?
All you got to do is look at it, man. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
I guess I agree with that, but I didn't see anything there that proves what you're claiming. Listen, I don't like this. I feel uncomfortable the way that my mother is worked into every conversation with you. There's no reason for you to talk about that. There are plenty of women out there for you. She is, for all of her virtues, she's not in the age range that you typically go for when it comes to women. You usually like the women between 25 and 35, it seems like.
I like a seasoned veteran once in a while.
I see. Well, listen, she's off limits. How about that? She's retired. She's in the Hall of Fame.
How do you know? Get her on the phone. Let's call her and find out.
I'd just as soon not. Let's not.
See?
See what?
You could be messing up a match made in heaven.
Except that she's already matched. She's already paired off with my old man.
I'm not sure.
I'm telling you that I'm sure.
I don't see a wedding ring on in that picture.
Well, I'm sure it's there. Maybe you're not looking closely enough. Maybe your mind is playing tricks on you because you want something.
Did I tell you what I did the one time that I was married?
When were you? I guess I would have guessed.
Ago,
okay. No, you never told me anything.
I was married, and I used to wear my wedding ring on the wrong finger.
Why would you do that?
Well, that's what my wife said. She said, Ed, why do you wear that wedding ring on the wrong finger?
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, because I know I've married the wrong woman.
Well, that's sweet. That's a nice sentiment for her to hear.
I told her, I said, I figured we wouldn't be together more than 2 or 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, listen, honesty has its place, even in a marriage.
Yeah?
Yeah, good for you. Well, listen, Ed, now here's one story we have to get to here. You brought it up when we talked to you last week. I was trying to get off the phone with you, and before I let you go today, I want to hear... Are you all right now? Yeah. This would be quite a thing if the Ed passed away on the podcast, wouldn't it? That'd be something. That'd be ratings gold, the Ed.
Why would that be nice?
I didn't say it would be nice. I just said it would be ratings gold.
Well, it'd be your fault, and you get convicted of murder.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's...
I'm going to say it right now. If I die while I'm talking, he killed me.
I don't know if that'll hold up. But all right, listen, I want to talk about something else that happened to you. You brought up last week that you lost a fingernail with a bow and an arrow, and I was intrigued. I had to run, though, because we were trying to stick to some Super Bowl pregame talk. But now we have just a couple of minutes here. I'd love to hear the story behind that.